Hey, thanks for tuning in. My name is Chris with the Headlight Revolution. You can find us online at www.headlightrevolution.com. And in this video, I have the pleasure of showing you one of my favorite LED products on the market, the JW Speaker 6045 4.5-inch round LED fog light. Now, this is a great product for several reasons. The first one that comes to mind is that it is made in America. Germantown, Wisconsin to be exact, by the JW Speaker Corporation. This little guy packs a punch at 750 lumens of light output and only draws 2.15 amps, running at 12 volts DC. Now, if this is your first time seeing this product, you might be kind of surprised at why it looks the way it does. You see three very small lenses, and they're actually called D-shaped projectors. And behind each one of those is an LED, and those light up, and that's what creates your light output. Now you can see that they're available in chrome or black to kind of give you a different look depending on what the particular vehicle that you're going to put them on looks like. And these are designed to work either in fog lights or as a universal product. Some people will use our aluminum brackets and mount them in the bumper, or a rubber fog light housing to put on top of the bumper or inside the bumper. So there's a couple different mounting options. This is the rubber bucket assembly that JW Speaker provides to make these a universal mount. You see it's got this swivel bracket on the bottom, one wire that comes out and it gets grounded through the bracket here, and the light has a little ridge all the way around it, and it just pops down and seats inside this rubber bracket. So you just push and it just pops in and pressure fits, and that's how this works. And then you've got a universal 4.5-inch round LED light. The other option is our aluminum bracket kit. There's some tabs on the side of the light, and there's some tabs on the side of the bracket. They correspond to each other. So one side there and one side here. And now you've got four holes, basically ears attached to the light, and you can mount this thing anywhere. Now, these brackets are specifically designed to work with the Jeep Wrangler JK fog light location. You could drill a hole in anything and mount these anywhere if you wanted to. So those are a couple different mounting options that we have available. Also, the wiring on these, it's actually like an H11 style connector. That's not the actual name, but it's what you would have the easiest time finding a mating connector for. But we've actually done the hard work for you because we have two different H11 type wiring adapters. We have this one that has the Jeep Wrangler 2504 or 5202 connector built onto one side, so it plugs in here, and you've got a direct plug and play for your Jeep Wrangler. Or you've got the other style that goes from H11 to 9005 for other vehicles. So we've got wire harnesses for them, we have mounts for them, and we even sell their big brother matching headlights. So here is the JW Speaker 8700 7-inch round LED headlight, and you can see that they share some similarities. Obviously the coloring is going to be identical whether you get black or chrome. The little D-shaped projectors on the side of the 8700 match the 3 D-shaped projectors on the 6045. Then here is the 5x7 version. If your car has square headlights or motorcycle, you can use these, and again, your D-shaped projectors and the finish all match each other. Behind the lens, on the face of the light, there's several different things embossed for you to see to give some information about these lights. At the top here is the speaker logo. Of course, the company is called JW Speaker Corporation, and so here is the speaker logo. If you go down here to the right side, you have some different manufacturing numbers. At the top it says 03F3, in the middle it says E11, and on the bottom it says 0267. Lastly, down at the bottom here it says SAE F310. On the back side, you have some different things. There's a sticker on each one of these that shows the date of inspection and the initial of the person who did the inspection. So this one's actually a little backwards, but that's fine. The initials are HK and the date is 1/21/13. These are very popular lights. There's always new ones being made, and it's pretty rare for us to sell an old light. You know, this one is in stock, but it was made in January, and today it's June. So it's a very new stock product, which is good that you're not getting something really old. Embossed in the backside between these fins, it says 12 volt, 24 watt max, and these fins are the heatsink. That's part of the heat dissipation process, and one reason why JW Speaker, who excels at engineering their products to be super bright and reliable, allows to use such very bright lights. There's a very well designed heatsink on the back. There's your two wires coming out for the connector, and they are epoxied in place, and you can see that there's absolutely no chance of water or dust getting in there. It's very well sealed. The wiring and the connector that come off the back are also very nice, and they leave you enough slack that if you wanted to hardwire this light, you could chop off this connector and just wire it in yourself. Here are some specifications about this light. JW Speaker, model number 6045, 4.5 inch round LED fog light. Outputs 750 lumens of light. Uses a UV resistant polycarbonate lens and a die cast aluminum housing. Replaces all PAR 36 light fixtures. Uses 2.15 amps at 12 volts DC and has an IP67 waterproof rating. This light is unlike anything else that's on the market. It has a very interesting style. It also has a very interesting light output. So we're going to shut off the lights in the shop, turn this light on, and show you what the beam pattern looks like. So here's the 6045 about 15 feet away from our garage door. This will give you a good idea of what the coloring looks like and what the beam pattern looks like up close. It's kind of an interesting beam pattern because on the top and bottom you have some really distinct coloring. Like at the very, very bottom, there's actually a little bit of a red coming out, and then it fades into yellow and then white. And then right in the middle, there's a very soft kind of bluish white, like a cool white color. And then at the top, it transitions again very distinctly from white to yellow to red. So aside from that really interesting color change, the beam pattern is great just because you can see how powerful it is. There aren't any portions that look like they wouldn't provide much light. You've just got different bands of color, and it must be due to the interesting construction of this light. It's unlike anything you've ever seen before. The coolest thing about this light, other than how bright it is, like I said, 750 lumens of light. This has got to be the widest beam pattern for a fog light I've ever seen. Now, we're only 15 feet away. Imagine if you were driving down the road with these. So here's the one edge. It's kind of got some shadowing going on, and that must be reflections from the bezel design where it has the three D-shaped projectors. And in the middle is very clear, and then it turns into a shadowy kind of a light output on the edges. And here's the other side. So it's extremely wide. We're going to show it on a 100-yard range, but this will give you a good idea of what it actually looks like. This is probably the brightest LED 4.5 inch round fog light you can get that's designed to be used on the road. When we did the testing on this light, we set up one of them at the same height that they would be on the Jeep Wrangler fog light position. The first thing that I want to point out is that with just one of these lights, you can see all the way from the left side of the road to the right side of the road. It covers the entire road, and this is just one fog light. It's just a good testament to how bright and how well these lights actually work. The second thing I want to point out is that the stop sign at the end of this testing range is 200 yards away. So you can't exactly see the surrounding area around the stop sign, but you can see that the light is going at least that far, and the reflective stop sign is picking up the light. The last sign in the row is 100 yards, and I think that you could argue usable light ends in this picture at about 60 yards. So in terms of how well this product is going to help you see at night, you're definitely going to see more with this light than a standard fog light. Also here you can see a good representation of the color. The mix of all the different colors really turn out to be a really nice pure white. For a fog light application, the biggest thing you're going to want to worry about though is the lighting immediately in front of the vehicle. So again, here's one light showing how powerful it is, and if you had two of these, the ground would be lit up much better. But just look at the first 20 to 30 yards in front of the vehicle. You can see that the ground immediately in front of the light is lit up awesome. There's no doubt that having this installed in your vehicle would greatly increase the visibility if you're driving in bad weather or all weather situations. So as you can see, the first 30 yards or so are lit up very well. Thanks for watching our video today on the JW Speaker model number 6045 LED headlamp. If you like the video, please subscribe. We're always demoing new lighting products, and we have them for sale. Check out the links in the description below, or find us on the web at www.headlightrevolution.com. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.